You never really know what's gonna happen in terms of outcomes. You can only try your best. We're not there to tell them what to do. Maybe the youth just wants to know, even if they did fail, that you were just there beside them and not judging them or finding fault. I used to work in mines. I worked closely with children with disabilities and their families. And when I was in the Salvation Army, I worked also with children whose parents are in prison. So I worked also closely with their caregivers. We did casework management as well as running group work sessions. A lot of times, sometimes adults, we may feel like, okay, we know better than youths. And through this course where I'm teaching on youth mentoring, it just reinforces the point that we are there to facilitate a process. We're not there to tell them what to do. We're there to find out more, to be curious, and to just hold space for them and be non-judgmental. I think for me, social work, when I'm able to journey with my clients, journey with people, I think that's what I enjoy the most. I think it shifted from just purely wanting to help them, thinking of them as recipients of our care and help, to one where I felt like, they have resources of their own, and I think it was just around trying to tap into that and bring it up a bit more during our sessions as well, so that they in turn can also help themselves. So I think the youth today, they are very exposed to social media and what they hear, through their friends. And we know sometimes that through social media, words can be very powerful, right? And the more they hear certain views, perhaps that reinforces some of their beliefs as well. It can empower the youth, but I think if they don't know where to search for resources, that's where I think it might hinder some of their growth as well. So I think it's important to have conversations with youth about how they are using social media space as well. I think it's very important to not put our experiences as priority, meaning that we only can view it from our perspective, thinking that, since I went through this and since it didn't work, so definitely with you it won't work, right? So I think we have to be mindful of that, to hold back. But in that moment, I don't think the youth is looking for someone to tell them what to do. Maybe some might want that kind of very specific advice. Maybe the youth just wants to know, even if they did fail, that you were just there beside them and not judging them or finding fault and blaming them, or even saying things like, I told you so. I understand as a society, in order for us to, and it's also a function of how humans function, which is we need to put things into boxes so that we can process it better. Because if not, it'll be a bit too abstract, there's no handles. But in so doing, we inadvertently create barriers and boxes, and people feel the need to fit in to those boxes. And if they don't, then they'll be seen as outliers. So I feel if we can have less of a need to feel in control of everything, needing to label things, needing to put things into boxes, perhaps it gives people a bit more space to maneuver through life, and maybe it'll be a step towards being more compassionate as well.